Hello world, Rick Nappi here, and welcome to the Nappi Report. And today's topic is, yeah, you guessed it. It's a real case study. Yeti. Are you poisoning yourself? Meet me on the other side. Hi everybody, Rick Nappi here, and welcome to the Nappi Report. And today's topic is, are you poisoning yourself? Well, this comes from a real case study that I had a chance to be involved in. Someone was referred to me by a doctor that, this woman just was inundated with bacteria and mold. And they kept giving her antibiotics and treating it with that, and it would clear out, and then she would become reinfected. And they couldn't understand why. So anyway, I got the referral. They said, no, send him over to this Nappi guy, and maybe he can figure this one out. Well, let's see what happens. So I'm interviewing her. I'm sitting down with her. We're talking. We're having a good conversation. I like to talk to people, let them talk as much as they can, and I start to observe what they're saying, how they're saying it, how their bodies move, so on and so forth. And as we're in the middle of talking about this, she's telling me about, oh, they keep putting me on antibiotics. They keep on doing that, and then it seems to go away, and then it comes back, and then it goes away, and it comes back again, and none of these doctors can figure it out. Well, as I'm talking to her, I'm noticing something. She keeps drinking from her Yeti, and I have a Yeti. I love Yeti, by the way. Man, this thing, you could put ice in it with some, whatever your drink is, and it's still got ice in it in the morning. Amazing. So it's not about Yeti, but it's about how you treat your Yeti. So I figured it out. I said, what are you drinking? She said, oh, I'm just drinking some juice. I said, oh, yeah, I have one of those Yetis. I said, let me look at it. And I look at it. And this is what I found. Look at those images up there. Look at that lid. Look how dirty it is. Now, what you're really actually seeing here in these different pictures, you're seeing mold and bacteria build up. That's right. So, sometimes we think because it's ours, like this is my Yeti, so it's only my mouth, my germs, what's the big deal? But in reality, even though it's your mouth and your germs, those things start to mutate and become bacteria and can actually become mold, and they can get displaced within the lid itself or even within the container itself. So, frankly, to be honest with you, you need to really clean that Yeti every single day, because this woman was poisoning herself every single time she drank. So when she would take the antibiotic treatments, it would dumb it down, it would bring it into a dormant phase. It might have even eradicated it, but then she goes back to her Yeti and continues to drink and doesn't clean it every single time she uses it. So she's reinfecting herself with bacteria and mold. And it was making her sick, and she was losing pounds, and she had intestinal problems and problems breathing. I mean, it was horrible. So a simple little thing like cleaning your Yeti or whatever to-go cup you use every day after you use it can keep that from happening to you. And maybe there's some of you that may be looking at your Yeti or your whatever kind of container to-go cup that you use and might look at it and go, oh my God, I never noticed that. Yeah, a lot of times we don't notice things about our own stuff, right? Because it's our own stuff. No big deal. I'll do it next week. I'll do it tomorrow. But listen, if you're not feeling very well and you can't figure out why you're not feeling well, if you have like a stomach that's upset or unsettled, or if you have breathing issues, or if you just feeling a bit lackluster, you could be poisoning yourself with bacteria and mold from your own to-go cup. Listen, and these cups also have a little rubber, a little rubber a gasket around the lid that when you push it down into the cup, it stays there and it doesn't leak. Take that rubber off and clean that really good, because that rubber can actually absorb some of that bacteria and that mold, and it will breed and breed and breed. And before you know it, you're drinking bacteria. So please, everybody, this is just a little tip for the day, but a very important tip. If you're using your to-go cups, please, it doesn't matter how much you work out the gym, how much you run, how much you jog, how much you walk, how much you cycle. if the container that you're putting your liquids in is not being cleaned, you could absolutely be poisoning yourself. And for people with a compromised immune system, it could be even worse, especially those on chemotherapy or taking certain meds to boost their immune systems, things like that. If you're compromised, if you're elderly, if you're very young, make sure the juniors, the little kids, have those cups clean. Make sure the elderly have their cups clean. If you're a home care nurse, check those cups for these old people, because they could be poisoning themselves. All right, everybody, so that's the take on your to-go cup and how not to poison yourself. Remember, this was a real case study. This was someone, and here's the other thing. You know, doctors are very busy these days, and it seems like it's almost like a conveyor belt. So they're not, you know, half the time you don't even see a doctor, right? You agree with that, right? You usually see the nurse or somebody like that, and they don't observe as much. So observation in what I do, I think, is the key to my success. To be observant, to look at things that are out of the norm. You know, when someone's looking at someone with these kind of symptoms, they're looking at, you know, blood workups and all those kind of things. But very rarely do they take notice of the external environment, which is this, for example, in this case, a simple cup with simple bacteria, with simple mold, and it can wreak havoc on your biosystem. All right, everybody, stay healthy. God bless you. God bless America. God bless your health. And God bless you cleaning your to-go cups. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Remember, I have another food alert coming up tomorrow. I'm just verifying it. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.